Now here's my question. How do we go from that to where we are today? You know, if we just talk about the training
Yeah.
pipeline, and this is a podcast series in and of itself, but what do you think? Let's just talk like the training pipeline
Yeah.
where now you might wait 15 months to go to pilot training. You graduate pilot training, you might wait 6 weeks, you might wait 2 weeks, you might wait 2 months to go to IFF. There's no one showing up as a second lieutenant in a fighter squadron. There's no one. I think maybe a first lieutenant
Yeah.
who's getting ready to pin on captain. So how do we get to that point?
Well, part of it is the capacity we cut. So when I was a pilot training student, we still had more bases open. We still had Reese open. We had recently shut down Craig. I think Williams was still open. So there were two more pilot training bases. Then we were training more pilots. And so there was more capacity and more slack in the capacity. Holloman and IFF, I think, had 4 squadrons flying the T-38, so they could keep up with it. And the FTUs were sized for the bigger Air Force. We hadn't done the post Cold War benefit drawdown yet. So everything was sized to produce a whole lot of pilots, and the bigger you are, the more slack you had. And so there's a lot more slack in the system to absorb the extra people that were going through it. Over time, we went for efficiency and we cut all the slack out so that there's no extra time. And if you're a day late, you slip a class, there's no room for you then when you get there, and you got to wait to get into it. But I think it was the cuts that we made in the name of efficiency as we drew down the size of the operational enterprise, and then we drew down the size of the training enterprise.